there, it's Karen here from Crafty Little Miss K, and thank you for joining me again today. Thank you also to the new subscribers. I love seeing people subscribing because it means that they've enjoyed what I've done and they'd like to see more, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Now, the project I'm going to be doing today is kind of like following on from the last one. The last time I came along here, I was making these bunny boxes, and this time I'm going to be making baskets to put them in. Now, I've done this prototype first of all. I saw this, I actually didn't design this, I saw this design on the internet, and when I made it up I wasn't too happy with how these edges have got like they're not even here. So I'm going to be doing it slightly different to how I saw on the internet, and I'm going to be making one where it's nice and got a nice smooth edge on it. So I looked in my stash because I thought we all need to be able to use up our stash, and this is a real good stash buster project because one sheet will make a basket, and if you're making more than one basket, obviously you'll get through your stash. So this started off life as a 12 by 12. I've had this for a long time. It's pretty in your face, this card is, or this paper, isn't it? So I'm going to be using this. I'm sure one of the boys would love it. So I've just cut it down. I should put that back and explain. So it started off as 12 by 12, like I said. I've just cut it down so it's 10 by 12. You will need to keep this piece because that's going to be the handle. Okay, so let's get these score lines in. I've actually pre-scored this, but I will just go through it quickly with you, and it's going to be in inches. So basically what you need to do is score it at 2 and 4, 8 and 10. Turn it round so you've got the 10-inch side up the top. Score at 3 and at 7. Okay, and then while you've got your scoreboard out, come back with that smaller piece and score. So this is 2-inch wide now, so you score at 1/2 inch and you score at 1.5. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll come back to that because I'd like to work on that while the glue is drying on the main part of the basket. So what we need to do now is just get all those score lines folded and burnished. Nice creases again. Okay, so once you've got to here, what you want to do is make sure that the 3 and 7 lines are going horizontally, so you've got 4 lines coming down this way. Okay, and then all you need to do is cut up each line up to the score line that's going across. Okay, so now you've got, on each side you've got 4 little flaps and 1 large flap. This is going to be the side of the basket, and then each of these is going to come in and just create the basket. So first of all, get some glue. Now what we're going to do is on these first 2 flaps here, the inner corner, they're going to come across and they're going to meet in the middle like that, and just glue those down. Okay, you'll find that you've got a triangle of paper left over at the top. So we do that first of all. You can use glue, you can use wet glue, you can use a tape runner, although I'd make sure it's a strong one, suitable for making bags and boxes. You can use tear and tape just in the corner there. Okay, now this actually, yes, make sure it doesn't go all the way up to this corner because that's the bit that's going to be sticking up and we don't want you getting sticky fingers. Alright, so bring them over into the middle, and then try with one hand and hold it while the other hand just, nope, all fingers and thumbs today, there we go. So just make sure that presses down to the hold, and then turn it on its side and give it a little bit of a rub with your fingers or with your bone folder just to make sure that glue spreads out a little bit and sticks. Okay, that's the first part done. Now then, what I'm going to do now, before I go any further, I'm actually going to cut those triangles off because I want it to be nice and flat at this stage. So if I can do this, hold that flap out the way, so that one and that one, so those triangles are now gone, so you've got a nice flat edge. Right, now these two, when they come over, you just want them to come over, possibly meet in the middle there, but the idea is to make sure that you don't have, we'll stand up so you can see, you don't have this little bit here, this little dog leg, what you want to do is bring it down just so it's straight, and then it just kinks up. Okay, can you see that? Just it comes along straight and then kinks up. So I'm just going to fiddle about once I've got the glued up, then, and what you'll do, you'll find they don't meet in the middle, but that's okay because we're going to be covering this with something in a little while. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and it should take about half of this flap is going to be actually glued down. So I'm just going to glue half of it. Try not to put too much on because it does ooze very, very easily. I don't know if card is maybe more absorbent than paper, but I always find it goes everywhere. Okay, so just bring your, I'm going to stand up again so you can see. So I'm just going to bring this flap over and then put it down on the side of the bag or the basket so you don't get that little tiny kink, just so it's just nice and smooth and straight up, and just give that a little, hold that down a little. Do the same on the other side. Too far, as you can see. You see the little tiny kink there? So just bring it back up like that. This is why wet glue is best, because it can move. If you're trying to do that with a bit of tear and tape or something, double-sided tape, then obviously that's it. Once it's stuck down, that's it. Okay, now, so that edge is now done. As you can see, if I hold it, it's a bit difficult to see. There we go. All right. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Bring that going forward. Bit of a triangle on the inner part here, and the same on this side, like that. Sides up, make them meet in the middle. You'll have a little triangle sitting proud at the top there, and oh, just want to make sure that's going to stay. That's it. And bring it down. I'm just going to rub it with my fingers at this stage. Alright, and then glue on halfway up on the outer flaps here. Just a tiny bit, not too thick. Okay, and then, oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't cut the triangles off, did I? Let's just do that quickly. Let's bend that back out of the way. That's it, and that's it. Okay, so bring those edges down. I'll do this one first. Okay, and then just make sure it comes straight across and then angles up. Make sure it comes straight across and then angles up. Yeah, straight across and angles up, okay? Give it a little pinch just to make sure it holds, and then just give it a good old rub with the bone folder to make sure the glue spreads out and adheres really, really well. And there we are. It's kind of like a boat almost. I wonder if it'd float. Probably not, because it's paper, isn't it? Don't be silly going. Okay, so now the handle, we'll leave that to dry. So the handle, where the score lines are, just give them a fold over, and then get the bone folder and give them really sharp crease. Okay. Now with this one, what you'll need is you'll need another strip of card. You could put it on that side if you wanted, but I'm actually going to hide this join. Okay, so I've just got a strip of card from an A4 sheet of card. This one is Blackberry Bliss. Okay, it's not quite the same as that, but it's very near to it. And then what I'll do is, once I've glued these flaps down, put some glue on this, and obviously it won't reach the ends because it's not 12 inches long. So that won't matter because that's going to be hidden away anyway. It's going to have some stuff on top of it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. So I'm just going to open it up again. A quick splodge of glue. Like that. Let's move that one out of the way for a sec. Press that down. Use your bone folder, where the idea is to make sure that glue takes here at this stage. That's it, and you'll see it's starting to curl already, but I don't want it to curl this way, I want it to curl the other way. But we'll do that in a minute. Okay, so that's all nicely stuck now. And then on this one, just put some glue on here. And then just lay that on top of where the join is on there. You need just to leave a little tiny bit at that end. Make sure it's in the middle. There we go. because it's wet glue, if you find you've gone too far down one end, you can always pull it up and start again. Okay, I'm just going to turn that over and do it from this side now, just to make sure that glue is all spread out. Now then, to make it curl, because obviously it's going to want to curl this way, but I want it to curl that way. So you just, I'm sure you've done this at school when you were doing things. Alright, if you haven't got a bone folder, just use your fingers, you can use a spoon. The idea is just to make it curl a bit. It's just to break down those fibres a bit so they actually curl like that to create the handle. Okay, so I'll leave it off to one side, bring the bag back. Now then, the idea now is to pop it on the outside because it's going to be hidden by something else. And you want about, I'd say, an inch worth stuck to the side of the bag. I think any less than that and it might come away, but an inch worth will stay. Now, I'm actually not going to use wet glue at this stage. I'm going to use something called Stamp and Seal Plus. Now, this is from Stampin' Up. This is really good stuff. This is like, it's really, really powerful. It's like the old Fuse. We used to have Fuse, which was ideal for bags and boxes and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a couple of little strokes of it on there. So I've got 3 lots on that end. 3 lots on this end, and I'm going to be, I can go by eye roughly about an inch, and just make sure that your sticky bits don't show on the sides, on the inside. So just bring it down, place it on the side of the bag, good press, on the other side the same, and then obviously always give it a good old rub. That's it. And that's your handle. Now I can tell you that is quite strong. If I bring in another basket, I made one earlier and I've got lots more in here than I'll be putting in these ones, and it holds really well. Okay, so it takes it really well. Okay, so that's that part done. Now I'm going to cover up all this mess here now. So on the blue one I just showed you, I had a round chick, and I just laid it on some card and I just popped that over the top. Obviously you can see these bits here, so I've done ovals here now like that, so it's going to hide the whole thing. And I've done the chick again, so all I need to do is glue these down. I've pre-cut and pre-coloured these. I'll show you which stamp set in a minute if you've got it, but any Eastery thing, I mean the pink one I've made for my granddaughter hasn't got a chick at all. It's got a little flower, it's got a little daisy. Okay, that's for the 1-year-old, so there's no gems on that one, but my granddaughter, my other granddaughter, I should probably put gems on hers, because I know she won't be tempted to pick them off and try and eat them. I'm just going to give that a little rub as well. That's it. Okay, so more glue. Oh, I must remember actually, I'm going above the, I'm just going to get a bit of paper and rub that off. That's it. I don't want it too wide there because it's going to be up on the handle part. So I'm just going to make it a bit narrow there and then come out like that on both of them, just in case. There we go. Right, let's move that one out of the way. So now you can just place your chick right down. If you're using an oval like I am, you can do it right down like that. Obviously on the inside, give it another rub again, just to make that glue stick properly, and do the same on the other side. Whoop, running away from me. So the oval is down near the bottom of the bag. That's it, it hides all those little joins of the sides. And there we go. Now I won't hold it by the handle just yet because obviously that's still very wet. But once that's been dried off nicely, I'll be able to fill that up. I'll put some nice shred in the top, in the bottom there, and just fill it up with lots of Easter goodies. And there it is, nice and quick and easy. And it doesn't take very long. It does use up all your stash. So if you, like me, you're a bit of a hoarder when it comes to 12 by 12, this is a good way to use it. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. And just one last thing, if you're new to my channel and you've liked watching me do this and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. No, I don't do loads of videos. I only do like once a week or something because I do work and I've got other caring duties as well. so I won't be inundated you, but I hope that the projects I do are quite fun and that you find that you enjoy. Right, thanks for watching. Bye for now.